Hi, my name is Deanta. I am the Intentional Psychologist, and I'm also the co-founder of the Unstuck Initiative, which is our online platform supporting people with anxiety to push anxiety back in its place and get back to living a life they love. Now, in this video, I want to discuss a really simple, super effective strategy that is going to help you to reduce your anxiety in the moment when you need it most. So when we think about having that anxiety attack, or when we're feeling like we're overwhelmed with our anxiety, what's happening in that moment? 9 out of 10 times, our minds have gone crazy with a range of what if questions, right? We're asking ourselves, what if they laugh at me? What if I have a panic attack? What if this never goes away? What if I'm having a heart attack? What if this is a really bad thing? You can see where I'm going with this, right? So we're running away with our thoughts, and those thoughts are creating more anxiety in that moment. The other thing we may be doing is focusing on the symptoms and the physical experience that we're having of our anxiety, which then also makes the anxiety feel worse. So one of the most effective things that we can do in that moment is to stop the processes of our thoughts and to get ourselves focused on this moment right here, right now, to be fully present. And one of the ways in which we can do that is by grounding ourselves in this moment by using all 5 of our senses. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique is a really effective technique to help you to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself in your environment, and you're first going to notice 5 things that you can see. So what's really important here is that we're trying to get ourselves present in this moment. So even though you can notice what you can see around you, it's best not to just rattle them off. Oh, I can see a light, I can see a wall, I can see a tree, I can see a curtain. It's best to say what you can see and what you notice about the thing that you can see. So I can notice a tree, it's really tall, it's got lots of leaves. Yeah, I can notice the ground. The grass is green, it's growing very well. So I just want you to notice what it is that you can see about each one of the 5 things that you see in your environment. The next thing you're going to do is notice 4 things that you can touch. And again, you're actually going to walk around and pick up each item or touch each item, and then notice what it is that you can feel about the touch of that item. Right? So for example, in front of me, I have a desk. If I touch the desk, I can notice it feels smooth. If you touch a fluffy pillow, notice that it feels fluffy, or if something feels cold or warm or rough, you just notice what it is that you can feel about that. So that's 4 things that you can touch. Then you move on to 3 things that you can smell. And so you're actually going to go around and smell the things that are around you. Now, this is an easy thing to do when you're alone, but perhaps if you're in public and you're really needing to bring down your anxiety and be grounded, it might be a bit of a difficult thing to do to just go around sniffing things. However, you can still do this quite inconspicuously. So one thing that you can smell is the inside of your hand. I promise you there's a scent there. The other thing you can do is just quietly have a quick sniff of your armpit. And then you can just smell the air and notice what it is that you can smell about the air. There's always a scent. We just don't often notice it. So that's 3 things that you can smell. Then you move on to 2 things that you can hear. Now this maybe needs to take a bit of concentration. Perhaps if you're in a quiet area, you really need to kind of be present and notice. And I find often it's at this point that it really kind of brings me down a level, because I'm really paying attention and focusing on what I can experience in this moment. So just noticing 2 things that you can hear. And then lastly, you're going to notice 1 thing that you can taste. So ideally, you'll have something that you can just pop into your mouth and you can taste what that tastes like. Perhaps it's a sip of water even, or if you've got something that you can eat. But if you've got nothing around you, that's okay. Just take a moment to notice what it tastes like inside your mouth. And again, there is a taste there. We just don't often notice it. So that's our technique of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, don't worry if you don't quite remember the exact order of it. Just remember that we have 5 senses, and we're going to count down from 5 to 1, trying to notice as much as we can about our environment. That brings us into the present moment. It makes our brain focus on what it is that we're paying attention to. And so thereby, we stop all the what if questions, and we also stop focusing on our symptoms as the experience in the now. I hope that's been of help to you. I'll see you soon.